Hi guys, welcome back to Bitchy and Blunt.
Hey,
I'm Doreen,
and I'm Erica.
and this is our first official episode for the year.
For 2020.
Yeah, I'm very excited. But before we get into anything, please
Are
make
you?
sure. I am.
Okay.
Aren't you excited?
Yeah, glad to be
I
back.
can tell how excited you are.
I am.
But before we get into the topic, please make sure to subscribe.
You've watched all our videos,
All of it.
all 4 of them,
If you haven't, you should.
and then subscribe.
Well, no, you can subscribe then watch it.
True, yeah, that too.
We want to do a little recap of our last episode. Technically, that kind of went out in the new year, so
Yeah, it did go out in the new year, so.
does that mean that was our first episode? This is our first episode?
I
guess
don't
it
know.
doesn't matter.
Whatever you guys think.
We were talking about, we kind of had a show about running up the year and what our goal settings were for the year. We didn't believe in New Year's resolutions, so we were talking more about setting goals that will help us be better in the new year. So
How's that different from a resolution?
it's different because you're not waiting until the end of the year or beginning of the year to
But we did it at the beginning of the year.
Well, first of all, don't question me. I think it's different because we were talking about goals that we set throughout the year and things that we accomplished. We're not saying, 2020, somehow 2020 would be different. If you're the same
Fair.
person,
Good. Okay.
if you were not motivated in 2019, when the clock hits, the new year is not going to change you into a new person.
Right.
That's why I don't believe in New Year's resolution. I believe in setting goals as opposed to a New Year's resolution, and it's different in my opinion.
Okay, we get it.
Anyway, what have you started?
Talked mad shit last episode.
She's always talking shit. Always talking shit.
I had to, I guess, what do they call it? Eat crow? Is that when you mess up and you have to So I had to eat crow because I am doing 75 hard now.
Which I'm so happy about.
And today will be day 17, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been going fine. I've learned that I drink water quicker through a straw.
Why is that? Why?
I don't know. Maybe I have some oral fixation. I don't know. I just can guzzle it down quicker when I have a straw. I'm not conscious of the fact that I'm gulping. I can be doing something else and I just have the straw in my mouth. Maybe I'm working, I'm typing.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm focused on gulping down all this water.
I think I get it because for me, I can't have all the water in one container.
Yeah, maybe that's what it. Yeah.
I hate that. I'd rather take a single bottle. And yes, I recycle, so that's okay. I have to take a single bottle every time because I don't like seeing it all together. It just stresses me out.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But no, it's been fine. I've had maybe one really struggle day. Other than that, yeah, been okay. So far.
I was able to convince her, and I'm very proud of myself. I am doing phase 1 of the Live Hard Challenge, which is the same thing that she's doing.
It's the next step.
It's the next step to the 75 hard. So mine is 30 days, and we're pretty much doing the same kind of things, but it would just 3 more additional things that's added to the list. And actually, after we're done with this, we have to work out.
Yes,
The struggle is
We
real.
are going to go do 2
Everything
workouts back to back.
Yes.
And it's raining outside right now, and we will be outside.
So just so you know, we're dedicated
Commitments.
to every aspect of our life right now.
Real life.
This is real life. But yeah, so that's kind of how our year is going so far. So what are we talking about today?
Today, our show topic is about what is acceptable within a healthy relationship.
Or not healthy. Just a relationship in general. I guess
Okay.
the reason why we wanted to have this show to begin with was she had a girls trip for
my bachelorette party
we went
weekend.
we went to the Bahamas, and it's a group of girls, and we got into talking about certain things about women when we're together, we talk about relationships, right? One of the conversations was about having friends after marriage, having friends of the opposite sex after marriage.
Right.
And I think my personal opinion on that is that you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, and there shouldn't be any restrictions. Of course, respectfully, if somebody, unless you know the person is trying to like sleep with you, or you know, if they're acting disrespectful towards your relationship, then you should caution, of course. But I don't think just because you're married that you can't have male friends, or your husband can't have female friends. Kind of.
Let's go into that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree with you. Let me finish. I never said that my husband could not have female friendships. I don't understand why you would have that. I don't understand when that situation would ever happen. My husband has a female best friend. They were friends before I came into the picture. They are friends now. I don't have an issue with that. I've never had an issue with it. I just don't understand what it is that you and this new friend, if you end up getting one, what are you gonna have? Why are you friends? For what?
Well, first of all, let's break it down this way. Let's break it down this way. Are you saying that if you're married, you can not make friends? I mean, you make friends based on your personality.
But my definition of friendship is different.
Let me finish. Based on who you are as a person, you attract people, right?
Okay.
It doesn't always have to be a sexual thing. So throughout your life, whether you're married or not, you're going to make friends. You're going to meet people that you want to be friends with. So if you can make male friends, why can't you make female friends?
So friends, a friend, a real friend, someone's going to come over and hang out and like be kikiing, would eventually have to meet me. That type of friend, is that our definition of friendship?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, why do I need to meet your female friend for what?
It's not. I mean, do you have to meet them? I'm not saying if you want to meet them, that'll be okay because they're friends. You should.
Yeah, but why are y'all friends?
Because you have something in common.
Like what?
I don't know. You like the same types of you like art, so you can go to art. You can do art.
I like art. We can go art together.
So you're telling me you have no issue with him having a friend, but then right now what you're doing.
I have no issue, but I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
What is there to understand? If you meet somebody that you have the same interest with, friendships are formed that way.
Right.
So why is it an issue, or why would it not be the norm to meet somebody and be friends with them?
I don't understand.
If you're like going out with them. I mean, of course, there's certain like rules or something like that. I don't even want to say rules. There should be a way that is done respectfully. It's not like you meet this friend and you're going to the movies and you're going out to dinner.
But isn't that what y'all gonna do?
Is that what you do with all your friends?
Always. Mine. Yeah, we hang out. Yeah. Well, all my friends are female, so.
Lies. You have a male friend.
Who?
That friend that you said, your coworker that you.
Oh. I'm talking about going to dinner.
Why would you go to dinner though? And even if you did go to dinner, so what?
I think that's just weird.
To me, I don't get it. So is it a matter of trust? Or so what is the worst case scenario?
I'm not interested in. I don't need to bring anybody else into my relationship.
I guess let me put this out there. Like, I'm not saying that I'm going out seeking friendships, male or female friendships, but I also understand that we're in our 30s. We have so much life ahead of us.
No, but you say that as if I'm preventing myself from meeting people.
No, I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we have so much life ahead of us,
right? And
so we're trying new things. We're doing different things. You're gonna meet different people,
right?
And through that, you might meet somebody that's a real friend, male or female. But let's make it more specifically male. And you can't just say, well, at this point in my life, I can say that.
I just said that at this point in my life. I said at this point in my life, right now, as of right now, me and my husband, I don't see any way that I would need to meet somebody that I could not do whatever I'm doing with them with my husband. I don't.
I don't agree. I think that, you make friends as you go, and sometimes those friendships stick and sometimes they don't.
I don't know anybody where a friend came in after they were married and didn't poke holes or cause rifts in the relationship. And so for me, I'm just not interested in bringing that into my relationship.
I mean, that's understandable. If it is going to cause issues, then you got to do what you got to do. What I'm confused about is why it would. I guess, but that's a different.
Because people are people, and when there's such thing as slippery slope, and you say something, it happens all the time. I mean, are you saying it doesn't happen?
So let's look at it from a different point of view. Are you saying that making male friends after you're married is a slippery slope because, let's say, I don't know.
I'm not saying any direct correlation. I am not saying it's direct.
Let me ask.
Okay.
If you were like going through some marital issues or whatever, if you confided in that person, that's like the only.
If I'm having marital issues, I will go talk to a therapist.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So therefore, what I'm trying to understand is what is the issue?
I don't trust people. That's the issue.
Well, there you go.
Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you don't trust people, then you don't trust people. As opposed to saying like whatever else you just.
I don't know what else I said, but that's the reason why. Because I don't trust people.
Okay. I trust people until they give me a reason not to trust them.
But the problem has already risen. Then the issue is already surfaced.
But I'm also I'm an adult, and so anything that seems fishy or comes off questionable, I will then remove myself from it. So it's not that you have to wait till something really bad happens to remove yourself. People are going to show you who they are, regardless. If they don't show you today, they'll show you 10 years later.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So at some point, if this person that you meet after you're married causes any issues, I think there's always going to be signs to, that's just my opinion. I have no choice but to accept your perspective on it. Remember we're talking about if your SIG said,
yes.
Hey, honey, I love you so much.
Uh-huh.
Woo, woo, woo.
Ooh. Okay.
I love you.
Uh-huh.
You're the best thing that's ever happened in my life.
Of course, yeah.
I love spending time with you.
Do you?
You are just my everything.
Am I?
All.
Oh yeah, but what?
I just feel like I need a day or two away from us. Alone time. I don't want to get an apartment or anything. I just, sometimes want to go check into a room. And
you want to check into a hotel room?
A hotel room, and this sounds really bad what I'm saying, but hear me out. I want to check into a hotel room and, just have a day. Let's just say, let's not make it 2 days. A day away from everything.
Leave your life.
I mean, if that's how you want to put it.
I'm asking.
Well, before I even finish this question, you don't agree with me because you're already going against this. So why don't you go ahead and put your perspective on that?
So you're saying that you as my husband, or my husband wants to leave me.
He doesn't want to leave you.
He wants to take a break. Well, how do you want to phrase it?
He wants a day
off.
Yes.
He wants a day off of our relationship.
A day off
of life.
It's not a day off
me.
Okay. Can you? Chill?
I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's not a day off from your relationship, but like a day to be by himself and I don't know, spend some quality time with himself.
Why can't he do that at home?
Because it's
Because we have children and he has a wife.
Let's say you don't have children. Maybe you have children. I don't know.
Okay, so he
Depends.
has a
I mean,
wife.
it doesn't matter whether you have kids or not.
Okay.
But he needs that one day.
To not be in the house.
Yeah.
For what?
Okay, so guys, we're going back and forth. Obviously, she doesn't agree. So we did have this conversation about your SIG requested a day off from the relationship to be by themselves, maybe like rent a room, and vice versa. This is not just I'm the man and I'm requesting this because I'm, tired of being home. It's an option.
You don't even understand it yourself.
It's an option for both people to get a break.
Why?
So as a wife,
okay,
and maybe you have kids, maybe you don't, but you just want a day where you can, go get pampered, you can go get a facial,
why can't you do that anyway?
do all that, and then at the end of the night, sleep in a bed by yourself with, and just take a break, and then come back home refreshed, mentally ready to love even more.
Okay, but of course you can do that, but okay, go on your trip. I don't understand.
Not a trip.
Do that on your birthday. I don't understand. How often is he doing this?
So,
what?
To make this more of an in-depth conversation, as opposed to your opinion about, I don't really want to do it.
No, but I need more information. This is not.
What do you want?
I'm here right now. I'm here right now, away from my husband. Is that not the same as what you're talking about?
It is completely not the same.
Why? He's at home by himself.
You left for work. This is work, right?
So So it has to be for what?
Because they feel like they need space.
Oh,
okay,
so a mental health day.
Yeah. There you go. Let's label it that. That makes more sense to you.
You need a mental health day.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many mental health days do you need?
I said one.
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah. Who is this girl? You don't see a problem with that? Like,
if he feels as though he really needs to decompress or remove himself.
How was I saying it differently before that you didn't see?
You said that he wanted to every week or every month have a day.
Yeah.
You have a mental health day every month.
You're saying it's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me rephrase that. Once every month.
Nah, you don't need that.
Why not?
You don't need a mental health day once every month.
So when we got into this debate, it was a split. I was on the side of, if he needs a day
every month,
every month, every month, and it's a month for the both. Maybe 1 month you take it, the next month he takes it. Now, I'm also going to put this disclaimer out there. It's not that myself or my husband practice that, but if it ever comes to that, if it ever comes to him saying, I need to take a day to, be alone, I don't think that I would be opposed to it.
I just said I was okay with it.
Every month.
No.
You don't even want to.
No.
So why is it different for you to be okay with it for
when
you
need it? Yes, for sure.
So what's the difference then? If he says he needs it every month.
Because I'm not about to plan our lives where things need to get done, but you want to take your day off every 15. No.
Why not?
Because we have a life to plan together.
So the one day is going to stop the plan of your life.
Yeah. Do you know what life is like when you have kids?
No, I don't.
I do. I have younger nieces. I have younger nephews. I know their lives.
Of course, I have nieces and nephews.
Okay, so then you do know.
What does that have to do with?
I'm not interested in that.
Anywho,
if you are struggling, you feel like you need to take your day off from work. Why has it got to be a weekend? Take Wednesday off.
So let's take this
away
so you
can
from
take Wednesday.
what we
or Tuesday.
Let's remove this from what we would do personally, and let's just talk about the pros and cons of that.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
we can be objective.
So, can you?
I can.
So again, I'm all about this mental health thing, right? I think it falls into that for me. We deal with a lot, male and female. We deal with a lot, whether you're a parent or not. You deal with a lot, and sometimes people just need space to regroup. And so, if my husband at some point says, "Honey," he doesn't say "honey."
Okay, I'm trying to be objective here, but I don't understand how what I'm doing and where my husband is right now is not the same. He has today and tomorrow.
This was something you had to do. Like it was. It's
right,
not,
but it's planned. We plan this every month. Do we not? We do this every month.
I mean,
So.
But if that's the case, but you're not labeling it that.
So it's not a mental health day.
You're somehow not okay with it being labeled a certain way, but you're okay with just him.
Because I'm okay with your partner having alone time.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with your partner when it's positioned in a way where he needs to get away. That's the part I don't like.
So you don't like the phrase "get away"?
When it's positioned in a way where it's like I need to be removed from you. I don't like that.
But I didn't say that.
You said he needs to get away. That's what you said.
Mental health day.
No, I said mental health day. You did not say that. You said he needs a break.
It's not to get away.
You said he needs a break
from life, not you per se. You know what I mean?
But I am his life.
It's not about Jesus.
Do you know my husband?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is not light.
What do you mean, like you are his life?
I'm a big part of it, yeah.
We're both big parts of our husband's life. And
but my husband in particular does not do a lot of things outside of us together.
Okay.
Like he has his like hobbies and stuff that he does with his friends, but that doesn't involve him stepping out and like going places. So when I say I'm a big part of his life, that's what I mean.
Okay. All right. Well, again, let's remove ourselves.
I'll try. Clearly, I have difficulty.
You really are having a difficult time with this.
Because I can only speak from personal opinion.
I just if we break it down to, let's say, mental health, I don't see a problem with it. And it's not to say like it's consistently every month they request for it. Maybe they might ask for it every so often, like, I need one of those days. And I think it should be okay. And you coming here and him being there is not the same. I mean, it could fall under the same thing.
I don't see why not.
I mean, I don't know. It's not the same. I think I want you to like discuss this with me on a level that doesn't come off as, well, this is you have to be here for the shoot. So it's not that you're giving him that space. If he came to you and actually said to you that I need this, and it had nothing to do with you,
but I said I would give it. I said it would be okay.
You're just not willing to do it on a consistent basis.
It doesn't have to be something that's pre-planned every month.
Okay, but so if he came and asked you every month, as long as he's asking each month, then it's okay.
I mean, if he really was asking me, of course I'm going to be like, yes, like do whatever you got to do. I want my man to be in the best shape physically and mentally. Of course I'm going to be like, if this is what you need, do it.
If he approached me with that, I think, you want to, like, maybe it would be a shock to me because I don't think he would ever want that. But I also want to be open to being understanding.
Right. I want to be empathetic to, like, my partner's needs. And if that were to ever happen, it's probably a moment of, like, self-reflection as to, like, wait, what's going on? Like, why?
Right.
Why does he need this? So
it opens up a bigger conversation. And if he was able to lay out exactly what he needed, maybe it wouldn't seem so ridiculous. I'm not trying to get deep.
Get deep.
But I think we really need to step away from these traditional ways of like maintaining a relationship.
of course, you should bounce off what your partner needs. We are in this, I don't know, we're in this relationship together. I remember, like, one of the things that my sister-in-law told me was that to remember that you are in this marriage together. There's nobody else that you're married to, you know? So at the end of the day, if this is what works for you and this is what's going to get you to the end, to the death do you part, if that's your goal, like, I mean, fuck the rules. Who cares?
Exactly. That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, but you didn't articulate it that way.
Maybe I didn't, but now I did, and you get the point.
Okay. We've talked about what our opinions are on having opposite sex friendships outside of your marriage, after marriage. And we've also talked about your partner needing a mental health day. So what do you want to leave with the people?
Well, before we jump to the end of this conversation, you know, I did some research, and research shows that when couples are able to take breaks from each other, it actually strengthens your relationship.
State your sources.
Was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Google it. And I agree with the research, you know, and I think that was always my perspective on it. Anything you can do to strengthen your relationship, anything you can do, let's break out of this norm,
the mold.
And do whatever makes your relationship work. If you feel like
you say that, but then there's often times when we see people who have unconventional relationships and we're judgy. So
you mean you're judgy?
No, you're judgy too sometimes.
And you know this for a fact that I'm judgy? And can you give me an example of what I was being judgy
I can't think of one right now, but I know
we have no proof.
I do have. We can talk about it after the show.
Can we?
Yeah.
Anywho,
we've all made comments. I mean, we've all made comments. Like, I can do that. That's a judgy comment.
I'm trying to. I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm all for people doing what works for their relationship. I'm not here to tell people how to manage your relationship. I'm just putting a different perspective on things. I think a lot of times the reasons why we stick to the old ways of doing things is because it's comfortable, you know, and sometimes that just doesn't work. And I'm open to like doing whatever works for my relationship. To me, it's a mature approach to dealing with a relationship, and not boxing people in and saying like this is the right way to do this. If it works for you, it does. If fine. If it doesn't work for you, then by all means, figure out what works for you. And if going by the traditional norms is what works for you, and that's how you have peace of mind going to bed every day and waking up and being your best self, my friend, do you. All I'm saying is, you know.
Are you done?
I think so.
My moral of the story is...
do we have different morals?
Yes.
All right,
I'm leaving you off with something different.
All right.
Okay. Be careful that your husband's work wife...
Oh, dear God.
Let me finish, isn't hanging out with him on his day off from your relationship.
Is that what we're talking about, though? First of all,
that's what
husband. Who has husbands, work wife, and work husbands? What is that?
Yes, it exists. It's a term for a reason.
All right. Well, again, I'm not. Let me go ahead and clarify this again. I am not saying give your husband or your wife a day to go cheat on you. That is not what the fuck I'm saying. Excuse my language. What I'm saying is that, I mean, it comes. Excuse me. It comes from. I think it's a mature place in your relationship. Of course, you have to build trust and over time and know who you're with. If you feel like, again, if the person you're with is not deserving of that break, then maybe you should question your whole damn relationship. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when you have a healthy...
I think you're contradicting yourself.
Am I?
Yeah.
Point that out.
Because you're saying that whatever works for somebody else is okay. But also at the same time, you're saying if this doesn't work for them, what you're suggesting doesn't work for them, that they should check their relationship.
No, what I'm saying is if this doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But if you're doing it based off what they've proven to be in the past or in your current relationship, if there is no trust, then yeah, you should you should check your relationship if you don't trust your partner.
Okay, but
it
this,
has nothing
this
to
is,
do with.
But this experiment is not a test of trust.
It's not,
this type of.
But it is, my friend. But it is. It is exactly that. It is exactly that. It is exactly that.
I guess you say so.
It is exactly that. I mean, trust has something to do with it. If you're in a relationship,
but it's not. When we started this, I said that I didn't trust other people. I trust my husband, so it's not a test of my husband.
I have to also say I do not give a blank about anybody else.
Oh, okay.
If
I think it's naive to not consider external factors.
It is not naive. I hold my husband responsible for anything that happens to
Absolutely.
our relationship. So if somebody was to come in and try to do something, I expect you, my husband, to do what you have to do to cut that shit off. As always, thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching
our show, and we look forward to hearing from you, either by leaving a comment under our show or emailing us. And again, we really would appreciate some feedback. Let us know what your thoughts are on this topic.
If there's anybody watching that's actually experienced this, I'd really like to know how it went.
As in if they've...
If you've had, or if your partner has made a friend after you two have established a relationship, and how that has influenced your relationship, if it has, if it hasn't, that type of thing. I'd like to know. We'd like to know.
We would like to know.
All right.
As always, thank you so much, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
See you all next time.
Bye.